Hello, my name is Kim and welcome back to the Embroidered Elephant podcast. This is episode 21. How have you all been? I hope you have been well. I have been somewhat busy. I'm very aware that I am going on my honeymoon in a couple of weeks, which I'm so excited for. We're going to Italy, so I look forward to sharing lots of pictures and videos with you afterwards, and hopefully some good stories as well. But because I am going away for a couple of weeks, I've had to be very organised beforehand so that I have recorded, edited and scheduled the video so that you still have a video every week. So I am doing it because I enjoy making videos, but it is just taking a lot of concentration to get there. Because of this, I haven't crocheted as much as, don't know if you can hear my guinea pig. So because of this, I haven't crocheted as much as I normally would. Winnie! They're funny because they could be quiet all day, but as soon as I start talking to a camera, suddenly they're really hungry and they want to squeak, which is cute, don't get me wrong. Wish they'd do it before I hit record though, so then I wouldn't have to keep getting up and down, but that's fine. So where was I? I was talking about holiday. Yes, so I'm just having to be very organised about all the videos that I do, and that's meant that I haven't crocheted as much recently, and I also haven't sewn as many outfits as I would like to take on holiday. So I will go over that in a bit. This weekend we were quite busy. Me, my husband and my dad went over to London, and we saw a couple of exhibitions at the Natural History Museum, which I was very excited for. The first one was Wildlife Photographer of the Year, and that was really interesting to see all the different submissions and the ones that had been awarded, and just going around and choosing our favourite ones between the three of us. And yeah, it was really interesting. I would highly recommend it to anyone. It doesn't have to be this year, it can be next year. It's on every year. It's been on for 60 years or so, I think, around about then. And then the other exhibition we did was called Visions of Nature, and you put on a headset and it's half VR and half sort of you see normal things, and it shows you what they're expecting nature to be like in 100 years. So it gives you a map, and you have different areas on the map, different countries, and it goes through the different countries and sort of one or two things that we could do today that could impact nature in the future in a good way. So I won't go over any of them, because if you are going to see it, and I would highly recommend you do see it, I don't want to spoil any of it, but it really does make you think, and it's quite inspiring as well, I'd say, that what scientists could do sort of now or in a few years' time could really have an impact in the future. And we might not be able to see the effects of that and how that affects animals in the future. But just because we're not there to see it doesn't mean that we shouldn't make the effort. So yeah, that was just really interesting. Yeah, that was cool. And then apart from that, I didn't do much. When I went to the Natural History Museum, I did take along Charles Darwin for a couple of photo shoots. So I'll pop the pictures up now. I felt a little bit strange just sort of taking him out here, there and everywhere. But I wanted to take some pictures of him in the Natural History Museum because he wasn't finished since I've been there last. The last time I went there was for the Toft event where I started making him, or I made his octopus. So yes, that was very interesting. Apart from that, I've mainly been recording videos and reading books, as you will see. So the first thing that I wanted to do is to pick a winner. So I did have a few entries from the giveaway that I sorted out for episode 20. And as I said last time, I am going to reach out to you on YouTube and we will discuss how best to share the voucher. So I've got everyone's name in here and I am just randomly going to select someone. Oh, the suspense. So the person who has won is... So the person I've just picked out is this person, J Paradise or Parody 6326. So I will be reaching out to you on YouTube. Congratulations, you got a £40 voucher to my shop. So as I said, we will, I'll reach out to you and we'll discuss how best to pass on the voucher. I will do that either before this episode is released or shortly afterwards. And now to go through my crochet projects, the real reason you're here. So in terms of works in progress, the only one that I have got is my blanket. But I have finished 7 squares this month. So I'm just going to run through those very quickly. So the first one is Lessons in Chemistry. The second one is Restless, and that is by William Boyd. Then we've got Thomas Hardy, Tess of D'Urbervilles. Galdem, I Will Not Be Erased. Jane Senior, Broken and Betrayed. Can't remember it. Suzanne Collins, I believe. Sunrise on the Reaping, the new Hunger Games book. It's so good. It's so good. And the last one, Before the Coffee Gets Cold. And I literally finished this yesterday, the book. So this is square number 27. So I did release a video quite recently where I went through all of the squares I have so far and I laid them out and put them down. And I really liked making that video because it showed me all of the squares I've made so far and they look a lot bigger when they're laid out. It doesn't make me excited to weave in all the ends, but I love them nonetheless, and I still haven't made any efforts to start weaving in the ends, so that's a problem for another day. But I have basically decided to put 10 squares, and hopefully, well, depending on how many books I read, it will just go down. So it'll either be 10 by 10, or it might be a little bit shorter, in which case I will maybe do it 9 or 8 squares by however many. And if I want it to be bigger or longer, I can put a couple of extra rows in between each of the rows of squares, if that makes sense. So I worked it all out. It was really good. I am making more space on my bookshelf at the moment. So yeah, everything is good. I really like, probably out of these ones, my favourite, it's really difficult to decide a favourite. I'd probably say that my favourite square is Restless. My favourite book is probably Sunrise on the Reaping, and I don't know if you can see, but the yellow yarn actually has some gold thread running through it, which is really pretty. So yes, those are my finished squares for the moment. The only other project that I finished is this one, which is called The Best Dressed Vest. It's a bit of a mouthful. So it is in this beautiful colour, which is called Petrol. It is by Women's Institute, Soft and Chunky, and as I said, it's in the colourway Petrol, which is this beautiful sort of bluey turquoisey colour. It's coming up a lot brighter on the screen. So it's a very basic vest, which is not to be impolite, it's just honest. So it's double crocheted the main body, and then there is some ribbon round the bottom, the armholes and the neck hole. And you make it in 5 different parts. So you make the front panel, the back panel, you make a strip for the arm, a strip for the other arm, and a strip for the neck hole. I'd say the main difficult thing was attaching the ribbon to the vest, just because it didn't necessarily lay flat. You've got a flat bit of material that you're trying to make fit into a sort of square shape. It was quite difficult. I think it went quite well. One thing I would say is, because it is double crochet, it is a little bit see-through, so my best bet is to wear it over dresses or over shirts, which, to be fair, I was going to do anyway. I would really like to wear this over a long or short sleeved collared shirt, probably quite a plain white one, just so that it goes a little bit better, and a pair of jeans. Quite simple, and because it is made partly from, I don't know if it's made partly from merino maybe, or if it's just acrylic, but it is very warm to wear as well. I am debating whether I need to block it just so that it's a little bit longer, just because it is very cropped. It sort of comes above my belly button, which isn't usually where I'd wear things. I can pull it to be a bit longer, but that means that it's more see-through, so it's just getting the hint of it. And because you start with the ribbon, I can't then extend it without taking the whole thing apart, which I don't really want to do. So yes, that's one thing. The pattern itself was very well written. It was really easy to follow. I would recommend it. It wasn't difficult. It wasn't one that you really had to concentrate on. And because you're using quite thick yarn, it grows really quickly. So I don't know exactly how long it took me, but it didn't take too long, which isn't very helpful, I know, I'm sorry. I started this project, then I put it down, and I started it again and put it down and things like that. So yes, this has probably been a work in progress for a couple of months, or maybe I just started it at the start of March and I finished it towards the end. But yeah, this was a really quick project. Would recommend, maybe if you don't wear cropped jumpers, making it a bit longer wouldn't hurt. That is the body part, and not when you sort of start cutting in for the armholes, just make the body a bit longer. But apart from that, that is the only project that I have worked on and finished. I've got the book blanket and the vest, and that's it, which doesn't sound like a lot. And this used approximately just under 300 grams of yarn, so I got quite a bit out of my stash, which was nice. I have got one full ball left, which I think I am probably going to destash, just because there's not much you can make with one ball of yarn, unless I can think of something. It is a really nice colour though. I would probably, if I'd have had the choice, so this yarn is from someone else's destash. They gave it away for free, so I picked it up because it was good quality and there was quite a lot of it. If I had my choice, I would have probably chosen a grey colour or a yellow mustardy colour, or white even, just so that it went with more clothes. This is a really nice colour, but it's a little bit more difficult to get it matched, just because I don't have a lot of clothes that are this colour, but we'll see what happens. And then apart from that, in terms of my planned projects, as I said, because I'm going away for 2 weeks, I haven't really got any crochet projects planned. Instead, I have got some sewing projects planned. So for my honeymoon, I did decide that I wanted to make a few wearables to take away with me. So I wanted to make some dresses and I wanted to make some skirts, just so that I had some beautiful clothes to take away and to show off once I was there. Because I'm a bit of a last minute person, I haven't actually made much yet. And as I've said on previous videos, I have been quite reluctant to get started, especially on the dress, because I haven't got a pattern that I really love yet, especially for the top half. And that's been quite intimidating to start, so I haven't. So my plan now is to make a couple of skirts. I've got some patterns, and see if I can make a dress or two that I can take away with me. I need to buy a couple more clothes to go away with, namely a white petticoat, so that that can go in under my dresses, because the material I am using isn't particularly thick. So if I've got the petticoat, I'll feel better about wearing the dresses that I make myself. If I do make any skirts or dresses, I will try and make a video about it, just so that you can see the progress or the process of how I make it. But apart from sewing, I haven't actually got much crochet planned, just because I am quite busy, and because I'm going away, I'm working more towards my goals for that than I am towards crochet. Crochet has taken a bit of a backseat this year, but yes. I will obviously keep you in the loop with what else I make. I did make this a month or so ago. I really love this. I wear this quite a lot. I'm going to work today, so I'm wearing it to work, which is great. And yeah, apart from that, there's not really much that I had to talk to you about today. So this will probably be quite a short one, to be completely honest, which is fine. It's nice to have short podcasts along with longer ones. But hopefully in the next couple of months, I will have a bit of a longer podcast, just because I'll have more to talk to you about. So my plan for videos in the coming weeks, I will be releasing videos regularly. As I said, I have got some planned. I'm working on some. I've recorded quite a lot, which will be scheduled to upload whilst I'm away. When I come back, I will be looking at maybe releasing a couple of videos about Italy, whether that's about the different shops we went to, or about just footage that we took, or maybe it would just be photos, or maybe it would just be videos, depending on how busy we are. I'm going to try not to use my phone as much whilst we're away, because I don't want to miss everything because I'm busy taking pictures or filming. I want to be more in the moment, and especially because we've been waiting to go to Italy for so many years, and it's a honeymoon. So yes, I'm quite torn between taking videos and pictures and obviously being in the moment. So maybe there'll be videos, maybe not. So we shall see. But either way, I'm sure that I will tell you all about it when I get back. I will have more content obviously on the book blanket. I will be showing you, I'll be walking you through the books that I've finished recently. I will be showing you obviously the squares. I will be doing some book reviews. I will be doing some more crochet projects between sort of going to Italy and when I go to America in a few months' time. So yes, it will sort of be a bit of a catch-up game, but hopefully you enjoy the videos that I do put out. So as always, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and until next time, take care. And congratulations again, I will be reaching out to you. All the best. Bye.